The Fall of Berlin, the final showdown between Nazi Germany and the Red Army. Written by Sage Winters, narrated by Valentine Hatchers. Chapter 1: The Eve of Destruction. In the final years of World War II, the fate of Nazi Germany seemed sealed. By early 1945, the once feared Reich was in rapid decline. The German military was stretched thin, fighting on multiple fronts, and its once unstoppable war machine had been crippled by continuous defeats. The Allies from the West and the Soviets from the East were closing in, their forces overwhelming the remnants of the German military. In the East, the Red Army's relentless advance had already pushed the Germans back hundreds of miles from the Soviet Union's borders. The success of the Soviet offensives, especially following the victory at Stalingrad, left the Nazis reeling. Soviet General Zhukov's forces had already crossed the Vistula River in Poland and were now bearing down on the Oder River, just a stone's throw from Berlin. The Red Army's advance was swift, and Hitler, from his bunker beneath the Reich Chancellery in Berlin, could no longer deny the grim reality that the capital was in imminent danger. Despite this, Adolf Hitler refused to surrender or even entertain the thought of defeat. His obsession with holding Berlin, his fortress, was absolute. As Soviet forces neared the capital, he remained convinced that a miracle might still turn the tide. To his inner circle, this delusion became apparent. His judgment was clouded, and the once great military genius was now a desperate and isolated dictator. He ordered that Berlin be fortified, even though it was clear that the city's defenses were insufficient against the overwhelming Soviet force. Meanwhile, on the Western Front, the Allies had successfully landed in Normandy in 1944 and were advancing rapidly through France. The liberation of Paris in August 1944 marked a significant turning point in the war. American and British forces had made significant gains, and Germany was now completely surrounded. As the Western Allies continued their march eastward, the Germans were forced to retreat, weakening their grip on the Western territories they had once controlled with ease. By the beginning of 1945, the Allies had already broken through German defenses in the West, and the Soviets were in full pursuit from the East. Hitler's hope for a last-minute miracle was fading, but his refusal to accept the inevitable led to even more desperate decisions. The world was now just days away from witnessing the final act of the Nazi regime, as the Red Army prepared to deliver the blow that would end it all.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?